going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Thursday, April 11th, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. It's a great time to do so because we have a lot of action lined up for this weekend. Today we've got an MLB pickoff play for $15, and we've also got an NHL 3-pack on the board as well. So make sure that you jump on board and check that out. But we're here to talk about an NHL card that's got 10 games on it for Thursday. Starting to wind down the regular season, starting to have some tricky spots where it's just about trying to navigate through motivation, trying to pick out some winners. But we're going to do our best to do that here, and let's not wait any longer. You guys know the drill. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game on the board takes us to the Nationwide Arena where the Columbus Blue Jackets take on the Buffalo Sabres. And the Columbus Blue Jackets right now are the only team mathematically still in the playoff picture in this matchup, as the Buffalo Sabres have been eliminated. But the thing is that this is kind of what the Buffalo Sabres do. You know, they struggle at times throughout the year, and then when they're already eliminated or they have nothing left to play for is when they start playing well again. And that's what the Sabres have done. They're eliminated. They've been out of the playoff race for a while, and now all of a sudden they've won 5 straight and 8 of their last 9. The Columbus Blue Jackets, their playoff hopes are hanging on by a thread, but I think this is a spot where they could start to fall. The Buffalo Sabres, like I said, are just playing the better hockey right now. And the Columbus Blue Jackets, I'm not willing to lay a price with Columbus right now. Even though they have played their better hockey at home, I'm not willing to lay a price with Columbus just because they need the win. I need $1 million in my bank account tomorrow. Doesn't mean I'm going to go get it. So I'm going to take the Buffalo Sabres on the money line in this one at a great price. Now we head to this matchup from the Amerant Bank Arena between the Florida Panthers and the Detroit Red Wings. And I'm not really excited to back either one of these teams, if being honest. The Florida Panthers, they got a win over Toronto last time out, 3-1. But they've still scored 3 goals or less in 7 straight and 9 of their last 10. The Detroit Red Wings just not in a great spot themselves right now. They've scored 2 goals or less in 4 of their last 5. So for me in this one, I'm leaning towards the under in this one. The under has historically been a profitable trend between these two. It's hit in 5 of the last 6 and 7 of the last 9 meetings between the two. I think this is just going to be a bit of a lower scoring game in this one. The Detroit Red Wings, you can almost stick a fork in their playoff chances. They're still mathematically alive, but it's not looking good for them right now. And the Florida Panthers are just trying to keep any sort of momentum that they can going into the first round of the playoffs. So I'm going to roll with the under between the Red Wings and the Panthers. Now we head to the TD Garden where the Boston Bruins take on the Chicago Blackhawks. I went with an under in the last game, going with an over in this one. I don't really trust either goaltending set right now. For the Chicago Blackhawks, they've been far less effective on the road this season, where they're 7-26-5 compared to 15-20-5 at home. Their last 2 road games, they've given up 5 goals apiece to Pittsburgh and Washington. They've given up 5 goals in 5 of their last 7 games. Boston, on the other hand, they just beat New Jersey on the road 7-2, but they also lost at Buffalo 6-3. Have given up 4 goals or more in 7 of their last 10. So I just think this is a spot where we could see some shaky goaltending. I'm going to lean towards the over, but definitely not one of my favorite games on the board. Now we head to this matchup between the Washington Capitals and the Carolina Hurricanes from the Capital One Arena. And, maybe this is one of those games where some people could be like, oh, the line's telling you everything you need to know with the Hurricanes being favored on the road in this one. The way I'm looking at it is that, the Washington Capitals have locked up the Metro Division, but they're also still fighting for the President's Trophy for the best record in hockey. And the Carolina Hurricanes are locked into their matchup with the New Jersey Devils, and they're trying to make sure they secure home ice for that series. But the Hurricanes have lost 3 games in a row. They're 16-19-3 on the road. If this game was in Carolina, I'd have no problem giving a look to the Hurricanes. But on the road, where they've been far less effective at the best of times this season, I still think there could be some issues here. The Washington Capitals have been one of the most consistent teams, home or away, in the NHL this season. So to get them at this kind of plus price at home is something I'm definitely interested in. So Give me the Washington Capitals on the money line in this one. I think they take care of business here, so give me the Capitals. Now we head to the UBS Arena for this matchup between the New York Islanders and the New York Rangers. Another battle of New York in this one. And, for me here, I just think this is going to be a higher scoring game. This is a rivalry for sure, but these are also two teams that like to hurt each other on the scoreboard when they go head to head, as the over is, like I said, been a very prevalent trend between these two. Both are 7-3 to the over in their last 10 games overall. And yeah, the last meeting at MSG was 4-0, but we saw 6 goals, 7 goals in the other two meetings this season. Like I said, a lot of high scoring history between these two teams. So I'm going to roll with the over between the Islanders and the Rangers. Two teams I just right now can't trust the goaltending. Jonathan Quick just gave up 6 goals to the Flyers on Wednesday night. Igor Shesterkin has given up 4 goals in 2 of his last 3 starts. The Islanders have had defensive issues, so give me the over between the Islanders and the Rangers. Now we head to the American Airlines Center for a matchup between the Dallas Stars and the Winnipeg Jets. And, this is going down at the American Airlines Center where the Dallas Stars have played their best hockey this season. 28-8-3 at home. The Winnipeg Jets have had a lot of issues against the Dallas Stars, going just 2-9 in the last 11 meetings between these two teams in Winnipeg. The Dallas Stars are still trying to chase the Winnipeg Jets for the the division title in the Central Division. And I think this is just a tough travel spot for the Winnipeg Jets. You play a 3-game road trip out west in LA, Vegas, and in the altitude in Utah. You go back home on 2 days or on a day's rest to play the St. Louis Blues. Now you go back out on the road to take on the Dallas Stars, who I think are eager to snap a 3-game losing streak after that utterly ugly collapse against the Vancouver Canucks, where they were up 5-2 with a minute to go and lost 6-5 in overtime. I think the Dallas Stars bounce back here. I think this is a big game for them. So give me the Dallas Stars on the money line in this one. Now we head to the Ball Arena for this matchup between the Colorado Avalanche and the Vancouver Canucks. And initially on the morning show, I went with the Vancouver Canucks, but the more I'm looking at it, I think I have to roll with the Colorado Avalanche here. The Vancouver Canucks have, in fact, been eliminated from playoff contention. And, the Colorado Avalanche are a team, yeah, they're pretty much locked into the 3 spot in the Central Division. They're not going to be able to catch the Dallas Stars for the 2 spot and take back home ice in the Central, it looks like. But either way, the Colorado Avalanche have still been playing the better hockey. They're really solid at home, 26-11-3. I think they want to build up some momentum. And I think that, while the Canucks have some momentum after that come from behind win over the Dallas Stars that we just talked about, it could set up as a potential letdown. The more that I think about it, going up against the Avalanche here, it's just an emotional victory for the Vancouver Canucks. I think the Avalanche get their revenge on the Canucks after the Canucks beat them twice this year. So I'm switching course here. I'm going to take the Colorado Avalanche to win this one in regulation. Put a little bit on the puck line as well here. Now we head to the Delta Center for this matchup between the Utah Hockey Club and the Nashville Predators. And, it's just playing out the string at this point. The Nashville Predators continue to be arguably the most disappointing team in recent memory in the NHL. And we're just watching them sort of count down the days and play out the string that they're contractually obligated to play at this point. Utah's been eliminated from playoff contention as well, but they're just in far better form right now. They've won 6 of their last 10 games. They've won back-to-back games. They haven't been as strong at home this season, but they've been picking up wins on home ice as of late. I think Nashville just continues to struggle on the road where they have all season. They're 9-25-5 on the road this season. 9-30 on the road are the Nashville Predators. No team has lost you more money in the NHL than Nashville this season on the road. So I'm going to go with the Utah Hockey Club to get the win in regulation in this one. Now we go to this matchup between the Los Angeles Kings and the Anaheim Ducks from the Crypto.com Arena. And the Anaheim Ducks have been a money-making machine for us in the puck line role at times this season. They're 26-12 to the puck line on the road and managed to get the win on the road, but when these two teams met in LA back on February 8th. But the thing is, for me here, I'm still having a hard time just fading the Los Angeles Kings at home. They still have an outside chance to catch the Vegas Golden Knights for the division. They're trying to hold off Edmonton for second place in the Pacific and trying to win that home ice in the first round of the playoffs. And it's going to be key here because the LA Kings at home this season, 29-5-4 compared to 15-19-5 on the road this season. I think it's extremely important for the Kings to get home ice. I think they know that. So I'm going to roll with the Los Angeles Kings on the puck line in this one. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think this is one of those games where the Kings are up like 3-2 in the third period and then find the way to ice it with the empty netter. So I'm going to roll with the Kings on the puck line in this one. Our final game on Thursday's card takes us to the T-Mobile Arena where the Vegas Golden Knights take on the Seattle Kraken. And, the Seattle Kraken, just also a team that's sort of playing out the string at this point, while the Vegas Golden Knights just continue to be the far more motivated team here. Now, they have played 3 straight 1-goal games, but all those games were on the road, and they haven't picked up a win on the puck line at home since March 23rd, which is a little bit of a concern. I mean, they've only had 2 home games in that stretch and lost to Winnipeg and Edmonton, but Seattle, even though their defense has stepped it up, they also just got blown out by Utah on the road 7-1. The Vegas Golden Knights have been one of the toughest home teams in the NHL since joining the league a few years ago. It's a tough place to go on the road and win. The Seattle Kraken, have found that out firsthand. They lost in this building on December 21st, 6-2. Vegas has won 4 straight in Vegas by a combined score of, if I'm doing some quick math here, 17-5. All wins on the puck line. I got to go with the Vegas Golden Knights in regulation and on the puck line in this one as well to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Thursday, April 10th, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to pickdawgz.com, click the premium picks tab at the top of the page, and remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys.